birthday. The TD Art Gallery paint-in is turning 25. And along with the usual Moss Street event, the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria is recognizing this milestone by taking over Centennial Square with 5 days worth of artists creating stuff downtown. And joining us with a preview is Mary-Ellen Threadkell, who is the AGGV's Assistant Director of Advancement. She's the coordinator of the paint-in, and she is the person that has single-handedly made sure that there has been amazing weather every single year. Even last year, when moments before the paint-in, there was huge rainfall. We'll find out how she does that. And welcome, by the way, Mary-Ellen.
Thank you, Adam. It's lovely to be here.
Also here, I can't wait to find out your secret. Also here, one of the paint-in's featured artists, Carollyne Yardley. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
And you've brought in some props as well.
I have.
Props diminishes what these are. These are amazing oil paintings that you've brought into the studio.
I brought some squirrel girls today.
What are squirrel girls? Kind of set the scene for us.
Well, they're not all girls and they're not all boys, but they are hybrid misfits, paintings, oil on board, and they are squirrel faces on human bodies with lovely upswept hairdos, powdered wigs, metal hats, and lots of different beautiful clothing.
And what makes these so gorgeous? They're done in oil paints, and I mentioned this as soon as you walked into the studio. I mean, these things, these squirrels come to life. I mean, it's just beautiful technically. I mean, it's phenomenal work.
Thank you.
Why squirrels? Why you put squirrel heads, essentially, for people that can't see it, you put squirrel heads on human bodies in these wonderful period costumes?
Well, before it became a controversial item, squirrels in Victoria, I started painting them a few years ago. And mostly because we have a lot of squirrels in the yard, but they have soon developed to mean a little bit more. They're like misfits hiding behind animated personas. And the term secret squirrel from Hanna-Barbera. So it comes to mean many different things, and they are things that are hidden from knowledge and that kind of thing.
Mary-Ellen, Carollyne, I mean, this just shows the diversity of artists that are going to be at the paint-in. What's the lineup now? It seems to be getting bigger and bigger every year of artists lining up along Moss Street.
Well, we try and keep it under 160, between 150 and 160. And this year we have 159.
Just under.
Just under. And the artist's work covers the whole gambit. We have people sculpting everything from wood to sandstone, marble. We've got people throwing clay pots. We've got people sculpting in clay. People bring their print machines, printing presses, not machines. They're the machine that pushes the press. And painters and drawers and pastel artists, everything.
It's good that you mentioned machine and you mentioned the working of the art-making process. One of the most extraordinary things about this event, not only is there great weather and it's a wonderful atmosphere and you get to see it, and it's a great community builder, you get to see people make this stuff. It almost demystifies the process a little bit. Carollyne, seeing this is your first time being involved in the paint-in, what's that going to be like? Are you going to be doing work down on the site?
I am going to be working on site, plein air. I'm going to have my easel out with a painting that I'm working on now, so people will be able to get to see one of the latest squirrels. And I'm really actually looking forward to engaging with people, talking about art and how they can see art also as a business. And for people who are interested in that as a career, whether they be, in elementary school, high school, or whether they be, in their 60s and 70s looking at a second career, I look forward to really engaging with people and letting them know what my journey's been like.
I'm so glad you bring up the business thing, because I run into so many people that are dismissive of the arts and think it's some sort of flight of fancy and there's no substance to it. You're a successful businesswoman.
Yes.
Who is doing something creative.
That's right. And so I've had, I ran another company for 14 years, and I'm using my business experience that I gained, the knowledge from that, and incorporating it into using a different medium. So really, if you've got a product to sell, and you've got the factory of your hands, which you can make anything, then you can turn that into a viable business, and I am somebody that you can come and talk to about how those things might be possible.
Can I pick your brain just for, if there was one thing that an artist should know, and you know what the artist's brain is like. If there's one thing that type of person should know about making it, in this creative industry, what do you think it would be? Or what's the one pitfall that people fall into?
Well, there's a famous saying that said, and I've had a conversation with many people that say, I don't paint to sell, or I don't create my art to sell. And my response to that is, well, I sell my art so that I can paint. Mm. And I think that has always stuck with me, and I think that that's the one thing that drives me to with how I feel about it.
I like that. There we go. Some advice on being successful as a visual artist. Mary Ellen, what do you think the secret to the paint-in's success is? 25 years of bringing artists and the greater community together. Why has this worked?
Because the artists are sharing. That's really why. And they're so willing and generous. They're sharing their techniques. If someone is looking for an art teacher, they'll find them on Moss Street. If someone is looking for a painting or a gift, they'll find it on Moss Street. If they are wondering what to do next with their career, they'll find out on Moss Street.
We're having a conversation with Mary Ellen Threadkell. She is the coordinator of the TD Victoria Paint-In. It's happening on Moss Street. It's also going to be expanding to Centennial Square. We'll find out about that when we return, because we do need to take a quick break. Also, one of the Paint-In's featured artists is with us, Carollyne Yardley. We'll find out her connection to Lucille Ball, Elaine from Seinfeld, Wonder Woman, Elvis Presley, and helicopter rides when we return. Also, the secret behind the good weather year after year after year. You will hear that secret when we come back. Stay with us. This is Eye on the Arts. I'm Adam Sawatsky from CTV News.